The earth quakes. Market canopies snap as a vast shadow unfurls. The high priest lurches from the shrine, bone charm lifted in trembling resolve. Crowds recoil. Two women clutch baskets as the shadow sweeps across clay. Ao edges back with the swaddled infant, as the serpent's gaze swings to him. Chalk flares white, as serpent recoils, tail smashing wood into splinters. Coils crush the high priest as his final prophecy reaches Io and the child. Moonlight silvers toppled idols, as Io hides with the infant behind stone. From the surf she rises, shell-beaded hair, luminous skin, tail-shedding halos of foam. Ao sets the charm-bound gourd within a thin ring of salt, eyes on the tide. Their eyes meet. A tender smile offers a bargain, sweet as the tide's pull. Wind lifts the infant's cloth. The mermaid's gaze hardens, hunger sharpening the song. Foam arms reach and hiss back from the salt as Io vows to keep the child hidden. Clouds bruise the sky as Io stands at a chalked sigil above the restless sea. From the scrub, the serpent uncoils, tongue tasting the charged air. Io raises the infant over the sigil. Light hums and the air stills. The serpent lunges, sigil light lashes back. A mermaid's visage flickers in its jaw. At first star, skin ripples. Coils tear toward fin as night presses in. Ao interposes, bone charm raised. The sigil's light spears both forms at once. Wind roars, scales and pearls fracture to ash, drifting over the darkening tide. The tide in the Warlock of Uko walks the sandy lane, greeting elders and children with quiet warmth. He pauses at the shrine, humming as faint cymbals shimmer in the bright air. Across the square, King Adeyemi observes from shade, staff resting beneath a steady gaze. A mother steps close. The infant calms as gourds gleam with blessed stillness. Uko bows toward the veranda. The king steps forward, esteem plain and unwavering. The king places a beaded bracelet in Uko's palm, drums pausing in quiet honor. Moonlight silvers a glass still sea as Uko rows a narrow wooden boat alone. He casts his net with practiced grace. Lantern glow softens his thoughtful face. Water parts nearby. A radiant mermaid goddess surfaces, eyes fierce and unblinking. She commands obedience, arm lifting toward the horizon. Wind stirs from nothing. Rain lashes and waves rise like walls. Uko grips the hull, refusing to yield. The nearest swell collapses at his ankles. The storm halts, frozen in breathless stillness. The goddess lowers her gaze and sinks back into the dark without a word. Breathing hard, Uko gathers a modest catch and turns the bow toward the far shore. In a cool clay-pillared hall, Uko enters as counselors watch with guarded eyes. King Adeyemi sits poised upon the carved throne, then beckons Uko to approach. The king delivers the sea goddess's command. Uko recoils, voice thin with disbelief. Counselors trade worried looks. A young scribe scratches charcoal on palm leaf. Rising from the throne, the king steadies Uko's shoulder, duty tempered by care. Murmurs rise of omens and tides, as Uko weighs exile against destiny and silence. Uko and the Oath of Ankara. At Uko dreams, as moonlight spills across a clay-walled hut. An ancient elder appears, lifting a staff and pointing beyond the forest. He reveals the bracelet as the spirit key to the mountain tomb. At Uko packs charms and ties the bracelet to his ankle at first light. He strides toward the distant spirit forest and mountain ridge. Two masked spirits test his courage at the forest boundary. At Uko shows the bracelet, the spirits waver and let him pass. He climbs through roots and mists toward the mountain tomb. At the summit, an ancient stone entrance yawns beneath tangled vines. At Uko enters the chamber of bones and seeks the greatest ancestor. He opens the sarcophagus and lifts the ring from skeletal fingers. Thunder flashes, the forest shudders as power awakens. Two villagers flee as a colossal serpent rides through the square. The king watches in dread from the palisade walkway. At Uko returns to the square, raising the ring to face the serpent. Uko commands the serpent to honor the ancient treaty. The giant serpent lowers its head and bows before the ring. The serpent withdraws toward distant waters, leaving silence behind. Sun breaks through as villagers encircle at Uko with gratitude. The king bestows a lordly title upon at Uko before the people. King at Uko rises, honored as protector of the Ankara kingdom.